Technologic.
Marketing Tech Blog.
You know, you can really get trapped in that web of beepers and Zenith televisions and Walkmans and Discmans and floppy disks, and zip drives, laser discs, answering machines, and Nintendo Power Glove.
Wow, you know so much about technology.
Technologic.
Floppy disk.
Zenith television.
Yes. All right.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
We're all
Good.
good. I'm calmed down now. I'm back in my seat.
Yeah. Well, you had some good points, so hey,
I got a little bit
be
flushed.
passionate. I am Erin. Hear me roar.
There it is.
All right. So today we're talking about spam, and Erin had some really great tips for how to look out specifically in email. Today I'm going to be talking about our bad marketing practices changing the loose definition of spam. You know, traditionally we think of that, you know, the solid definition is unwarranted solicitations through email, websites, etc. But, you know, lately perceptions have changed from, you know, anything could be spam, like a really promotional blog post or, you know, even on social media, there's automated messages. Like if you follow someone, they're like, hi, thanks for following me. Check out this site. To me,
That's spam, yeah.
to me, that's totally spam. I don't want that. I didn't ask for it. I followed you and now I'm going to unfollow you because you bothered me. I got a useless email about it. So, you know, I've talked about it before, and we have clients who they really are like, hey, we have to tell them about us. And I'm like, no, you have to tell them about the problem. And not necessarily how you solve it, but the education behind, okay, here conceptually, here's the problem. Here's how you guide to a solution. And yes, then eventually you can tie in, you know, a little call to action at the end. Hey, if you need help with prospecting enablement, then, you know, check out our tool. And we run into this with our clients all the time. All they want to do is talk about themselves, and, yes, your bad marketing practices are affecting the definition of spam.
Absolutely.
And on the same note, people also have the perception that, you know, so like news sites, how many articles are news sites putting out every day? And it's that pressure.
Yep.
And now we're getting back to, Doug actually just wrote an article about this, about it is not quantity anymore.
No,
it
it's not.
is quality. Again, you would much rather have lower rankings with higher conversions,
Yep.
or vice versa, than, you know, pumping out content and putting in a lot of time and money into something that's not working.
Well, think about it. If you're not actually thinking about the content, I mean, if you're not actually giving it due diligence to find out whether or not this is useful for your consumers, if you're just pushing it out because, you know, you need to rank on a few keywords and you don't have it in there, then we probably need to shift gears and actually step back and make better quality content, right?
Right.
I mean, that's organic. That's not BSing anything. You need to actually get in that space.
Right. Well, and even like with the Marketing Tech Blog, you know, we say to ourselves, we really need to, you know, push out at least 2 articles a day, every day. But at the same time, we're never, let's say we miss a day, we're never going to put out something that's half the work. Sorry. I just encourage everybody to, you know, stop. Well, part of it is stop using automation to solve your problems. Use automation where it's appropriate, where those messages are not going to be seen as spam, but also stop being overly promotional in your messages, because otherwise people are automatically going to assume, oh, well, they just want to talk about themselves. So.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's getting the useful content out there, but there's actually, and we talked about this before, there's that ratio, that balance of you need to make sure you talk about yourselves in a light that's not self-aggrandizing, that it's actually pieces of the equation that you're trying to make. So we talked about the different types of the funnels. The top of the funnel, which there's an education process where people are going through. So they need to know that you know what you're talking about, or you're specialist in your particular industry, but they need to be educated. They want to see what you can provide them to understand their need and what the potential solution is. Right. There's a whole amount of content right there that can be very useful. Then you got that middle range where they've actually elected, you as well as a few others to possibly do work, do some sort of transaction with. So they need to have a little bit better understanding of who you are, what
Right.
your cases are, your case studies, your testimonials, this, that, and the other. I mean, there's useful content for the promotion of the brand,
Right.
but don't let that get in the way of the promotion of the solution.
Well, and this is, I'll sound like a broken record. I mean, we know how incredibly important storytelling
Yes.
is. But, I mean, this isn't exactly a digital marketing example, but are you all familiar with Serial, the new podcast?
Sure. Yeah.
Virtually no marketing budget going into it. 80 million downloads in a year. Less than a year. No marketing budget initially. Now, some of the people who hosted the show or are involved with the show had name
Right.
recognition.
Right.
But think about that, because it's just a story.
Yeah.
Not just a story, it's real life. But you know what I mean. They put the story around the narrative. Yeah, you got it.
Absolutely. No,
So-
I mean, telling an authentic story is going to get you authentic results.
Yes.
And we always need to keep that as the rope we hold on to. And you can find yourself kind of getting turned around in some of your methodology, and as soon as you find yourself just writing content just to write content, right?
Yeah.
You gotta back the truck up.
Yep.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Jen.